Hello and welcome to the 10th anniversary of Reflection. It's wild that it's even been that long since we filmed the first episode, shared our first trailer on Facebook, shared it with as many people as we could at the time. So many people only use Facebook, so it got around actually really well on there. But I just kind of got the urge to go back to looking at these old films. And then I saw the 10th anniversary was coming up and I was like, you know, it'd be really cool just trying to go in now with all the new tools that are out there, all my new skills that I know, and just trying to make these as best as I possibly can with the footage that we have. And so that's what I did. I went back through every episode, tied them all together, and made them into one big movie, essentially. And that includes a never before seen episode that we actually filmed back in 2017 with Dillan and my buddy Michael and his friend Ace, who he got to come over and act as well in it. And it's a really good episode. It's probably the best Reflection episode. So I'm very excited to share that. I put a lot of time and care into it, added a ton of new music, sound effects, new special effects in the film or in the series and stuff. So I put a ton of work into it. So if you do take the time to watch it, I think you'll at least get something out of it or have a good laugh of watching how old the stuff looks and how young we were and all that. But in celebration of that, I actually got a hold of some of the old cast members and people who helped with the series. And they shared their stories and funny moments, whatever they got going, whatever they got cooked up on their video. I'm going to share that here in a bit, but I'm very excited that they were able to get back to me on doing that. So thank you guys so much for doing that.
Hi, I'm Brecca, and I played Skylar in Reflection. I absolutely convinced Dylan and Cole that Logan should have a romantic interest, even though they weren't necessarily going in that direction, and that she should be this mysterious person that knew more than he did about what was going on. And while we never really got to that point, it was a lot of fun to hang out with them and spend time in the apartment, figuring out where everything's going to go next, and spend a lot of time shooting scenes and reshooting them and figuring out which exact thing I should say as, oh shoot, I'm late for whatever thing that this mysterious girl is supposed to do. And it was just a lot of fun to hang out with the guys.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Ace. I play Marcus in the short film thriller Reflection. My character was this very powerful vampire-like guy who had the power of telekinesis and all sorts of type things, man. And he was just a demonic villain, man. It was actually one of the first gigs I ever played. And it actually helped me out with any future gigs I had at the time. Of course, young actor in the middle of nowhere, it was a struggle getting started. But when I was able to put that on my credentials, man, it really helped out so much. I enjoyed playing that character. I enjoyed the film crew. I enjoyed all the guys who I worked with. I enjoyed like the entire thing. It was a lot of fun to film. And all I can do is just hope that these guys will one day need me again. If they ever have another gig or something for me they would like me to play, I would hands down do it, man. It was a great fun. It was a lot of fun. Great guys, great crew. Everything about it was just amazing.
What is going on, everybody? Apparently, it is the 10-year anniversary of Reflection. I got brought into Reflection, obviously a lot later than some of the other cast members here, but I just wanted to talk about some great experiences that I had on the latest episode of the show. I don't want to say last, but definitely the latest. So it was really fun to really get to be a part of something that Dylan wanted to create. So, helping him make these characters, put them together, come to life, it was a lot of fun. Some really interesting set memories that I have. Dylan fed me the driest eggs I've ever had in my entire life. So the choking in the short film was real, man. He definitely needed some work there. But then, the other most exciting part is Dusty apparently returned from a Diddy party and covered my face in water and baby oil. And, now that I think about it, Dusty, why'd you have baby oil in the apartment to begin with?
Yeah. No, he found out. He exposed me. I don't. I'm gonna have to move to England or something. I don't know, man. He knows. He knows. Mike. Come here. You look at me. Okay. You use the baby oil for makeup, specifically scar and wax tissue. It's like a very sticky substance, but it's used to mold on your skin to look like bullet wounds, scratches, knife hits, things like that. That's what the baby oil's for. You jerk.
Anyway, different topic. But yeah, so the sweat effect that was created on my face, Dusty sprinkled my face with water and baby oil. So it got that really crazy sweat effect. So not only did I choke on really dry eggs, but I also had my face covered in water and baby oil. Pretty interesting to see if any other cast members got covered in that type of makeup or aesthetics for any of the shots that they were in. But again, it was a lot of fun. It was a whole week of being over at Dillan and Dusty's apartment to film it. And I had a lot of fun. We had Ace come in and play the big bad for that episode. So it was so much fun. I had a great time. But, it's, bittersweet that, we're having this 10-year reunion and we don't have Dillan. Again, man, love you, miss you. And, here's the 10 years on something great that he created. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you guys for watching.
Reflection was something Dillan just kind of really got into. He was really big into Supernatural and a new show that came out at the time called Being Human. And he just was absorbed by the idea of doing like demons and ghosts and things like that for a show, but we didn't know how to do it. But he knew I dabbled in After Effects, and he wanted to try something. And it helped a lot because his roommate Cole, who was really into Supernatural as well, and even looks like Sam from the show, and he was really big into it. And so they were able to kind of collaborate and think of some ideas of a concept of a show that kind of was inspired by those two shows. And Dillan brought it up to me because, you have to have some characters, but you're going to have someone who needs to film it. Luckily, Cole was in theater classes, so he actually knew a few people who were interested in just doing something for fun on the side. And so we tried to write and use as many people who were available and locations that were available whenever we could. And that's basically what Reflection was. It was kind of just a guerrilla filmmaking, just kind of, hey, we got this location. Hey, we'll film this scene here and have this happen here. Since we have time, we can film it there. And then we'll think of something else, And so that's how a lot of it was kind of patched together. One of the big things with Reflection that made it feel different than anything else we did before, it wasn't really the story or the concept of it, but it was more a more serious tone, because when I was doing all this, I was a junior in high school, and we made our first episode and we made the second episode. We kind of made them back to back ish. We recorded some stuff. The second episode had some other stuff that needed to be recorded later in the week or the next couple weeks from when we filmed the first one, due to like a party and some other locations that weren't available yet. But when I was at school and I would share the videos on Facebook all the time at night or whenever I finish them, the fact that I got anybody to come up to me and be like, hey, I saw Reflection, that was really good. When's the second episode coming out? When are you releasing the next episode? Like, that's, to me, was such a big moment, because it felt like I was actually making something people were actually interested in. We were actually maybe captivating an audience of some capacity. Looking back now, I'm just like, but at the time, your friends are comparing it to what they can do, and most of them didn't do anything of that. So when they saw I made something like that, they were super intrigued. That was very inspiring to me because, you know, I maybe had 10 to 15 people who asked me about when the next episode's coming out, and it lasted like that for up to the third or fourth episode until we ended up kind of getting stuck on schedules and everyone having weird times. And it was just a very cool thing. It actually felt like we had a show because people were actually excited to see the next episode, and we already had it planned out and ready to be recorded, or most of it already recorded. And so I was able to give them like an time estimate too. Like we were trying to do it like every week or every couple weeks, something like that. And that was just such a big moment for me. That's kind of what locked in that I liked doing film. Yeah, that's just the big thing that I remember, and I will never forget it. So yeah, very, very good core memory there. But anyways, okay, back to the others.
Salutations. Joshua Snyder, hello. Dillan's friend since college. We're going to say 2013 is when we officially really met, or kind of hit it off as friends. It's fantastic. We met through our mutual friend, Cole Anderson. Cole and I were in theater together, and Dillan and Cole were roommates since I think freshman year of college. I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. I met Dillan really got to know him when him and Cole and Brianna and I don't remember the other gal's name, and I do apologize. They're all roommates together in Beaver Suites or Beaver Heights, the green ones, by the green apartments by MSU. I really liked how Dillan was almost never seem like mad or angry or annoyed, maybe annoyed sometimes, but really like was cool, like truly cool and level-headed almost every time I saw him. You know he was incredibly passionate, especially with his work. Reflections, first off, and then I know he was a Twitch streamer, but I also know, and this him and I have very much in common, a very highly motivated Minnesota Viking fan through and through. I just want to share a quick story. When him and Cole were living in their apartment together, I went and visited 2014 and watched them play at the Packers. And I brought over food. We were all so excited. It's the first time really ever hung out to watch a game with friends. And they got destroyed. And I looked up the score. It was 42-10. The Packers won. Packers suck. Boo. But it was a really good time, and Dillan was super positive, and something kind of shared was a good love for football. So much so that I am truly grateful for this. Invited me to join his fantasy football league, NFLers, I think, or Master NFLer. It's something like that. And I think I've been with the group since 2015, and I've really, really enjoyed it. And Dillan just seems so down to earth. And if he was ever in any pain or ever hurting, he hit it. And he always made you feel happy, and really was a, can't think of the right word, really try to kept the beat up and kept everyone positive, and I really, really appreciate that. And so I just want to say, Dillan, I love you, I miss you, Skull Vikings.
So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the 10th anniversary of Reflection video. Thank you all who contributed to the episode. I really appreciate it. I know Dillan would appreciate it as well. If you haven't checked out the series, definitely go check it out now. I uploaded it, the whole series on there. I even uploaded the new unreleased episode individually on its own. Then you can also check out if you've maybe seen some of the older stuff already. But other than that, I thank you guys so much, and hope to see you in some of my future projects. See ya.